still think he might have a Snakeskin Veil. That definitely doesn't save you. Ooh, when you next cast your creature spell, target creature gains +3. I think what we're going to do... I think, because on this one on Chapter 3, we'll be able to pull a creature back. So we gain 5 life right there. We're playing Yuna. Yes, I know it's legendary, so we'll have to sacrifice one, but we get to copy this one right here. So here's this Yuna. Let's keep this one. This one remains untapped, and then let's end the turn, and now we can pull 2 enchantments back. So Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and I think Lost in Littjara, just to get some more Surveil action. It's kind of what our deck is fueled off of, having some really good enchantments in the graveyard. While Heritage Reclamation, whatever. We'll get those 2 in the graveyard. Yeah, let's just ship those 3 back. Create the Everywhere Land token. So we're up to 10 mana right now. So even if we draw Omniscience off the top, we could play it for its fair mana cost. How often do you guys see that happen? Have a bunch of creatures. Opponent's probably going to go with a, Ultima or something like that. That's fine though. Get a double copy of this Yuna right here. Oh, and we get to return a creature to our hand. Absolutely love it. So don't even need to play out this Yuna that we had right here. Get it, copy this one, and that's all we can do. So let's bring back this Overlord just for some land drops, and we'll bring back this Overlord as well. Create some tokens. So again, opponent, you just need another board wipe, which you probably have. I wouldn't put it past you. Yeah, opponent's reading this new card. He's like, what? How did he get 2 Yunas? That's busted. Busted. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to another MTG Arena Standard video. Today, we are playing with one of my favorite cards from the Final Fantasy set, and that is Yuna, Hope of Spira. For 5 mana, it's 3, and then 1 green and 1 white. We get a legendary Human Cleric, 3 power, 5 toughness, and during our turn, Yuna and other enchantments that we control, or enchanted creatures we control, have Trample, Lifelink, and Ward 2, which is really nice. And then at the beginning of our end step, we get to return 1 enchantment from the graveyard back to the battlefield under our control with the finality counter on it. So Yuna, really popular card, and of course you want to get a lot of enchantment creatures back. Some of the best ones that are available to us in Standard are a few of the Overlords. So yeah, Yuna is a great creature to build the deck around, and like I said, these Overlords are probably the creatures that you want to bring back. Overlord of the Hauntwoods for 5 mana. This creature, when he enters, you create the Everywhere Land token, and again, you hope he's in your graveyard so that Yuna can just pull him back for free. There's also Overlord of the Mistmoors for 7 mana. When this one enters, we get to create 2 2/1 flying insect tokens, and anytime this guy attacks, you get to create 2 of those insect tokens as well. And then most people, when they play this Yuna deck, they splash in a little bit of black so that they can play the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. That guy lets you mill cards as well, so that's another great way to fill up the graveyard. But I wanted to go with a slightly different color today, and I'll get into it in a second. But that third color that we're splashing in is blue, so we'll try out the Overlord of the Floodpits for 5 mana. When this one enters, you get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So that actually is a pretty good way if you have one of these big enchantment creatures in your hand and you want to get it into the graveyard so that Yuna can pull it back. That is kind of a nice way to do that. But yeah, Overlord of the Floodpits, he has flying, 5 power, 3 toughness. So that's pretty nice as well. And then since we are splashing in a little bit of blue, I thought, well, let's try and maybe bring back an Omniscience from the graveyard to the battlefield. Of course, Omniscience isn't a creature, so it wouldn't have the trample or lifelink, but you can basically play every single spell from our hand without paying its mana cost, so everything we can cast for free, which is really nice. It is just a 1-of in our deck, just because I want to try it out. I don't know how impactful it will be, but it could be quite a bit of fun. And then finally, the last enchantment creature, and this one is played quite a bit in the Yuna decks as well, is summon Bahamut for 9 mana. You get a flying 9/9 creature. It's an enchantment saga, so it's chapter 1 and chapter 2 say destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent, which is really, really nice. And then it's chapter 3 says you get to draw 2 cards, and if the opponent has lived until chapter 3, that's pretty incredible. And if someone Bahamut lives to chapter 3 as well, also kind of incredible. Usually people just remove this card right away as well. But yeah, we want all of these enchantments in the graveyard. Let's put Overlord of the Floodpits there, so Yuna can bring them back. And the reason why I'm splashing in a little bit of blue today is because I wanted to try out this new enchantment card from the Spider-Man set, or the Through the Omen Path set, and that is Lost in Littjara for 4 mana. It's a 3 and 1 blue. We get a saga. It's chapter 1, says Surveil 3, so we get a look at the top 3 cards, and if any of them are these enchantment creatures, or just enchantment that we want to throw into the graveyard, we can do that. Maybe we see a Yuna that we want to put on top, which that is kind of the play pattern you want to go with. On turn 4, you want to play Lost in Littjara, and then you want to have a Yuna in your hand for turn 5, because the chapter 2 on this saga, which will pop off on your turn 5, says when you next cast a creature spell this turn, you get to copy that creature spell, except it's not legendary. So if you do cast Yuna, you get to create a token copy of her that's not legendary. So the legend rule doesn't go into effect, so you don't have to sacrifice her. And then we'll have 2 Yunas on the battlefield, and at the beginning of our end step, both of them will proc with their ability to bring something back. So then hopefully we have a few of these enchantments in our graveyard, and we can bring both of them back, which will be really, really nice. Of course, with 2 Yunas on the battlefield, when it is our turn, and it is just our turn only, our enchantments do have lifelink, and since we have 2 Yunas, you get double lifelink, not that that does anything. You get double trample as well, not that that does anything, but then you will have ward 4, because each of them gets ward 2, and that one does double. So then you'll have ward 4, which is really nice. Again, that is only on your turn, so if the opponent does have a removal spell, when it goes into their turn, we don't have any ward, but still, that can be quite nice on our turn. So yeah, new card from the Spider-Man set that I want to try out. And then its final chapter, chapter 3, says choose a creature card we control, choose that card name, and whenever that creature deals damage to a player, we get to draw a card. That's kind of whatever. It really is the chapter 1, which is quite nice. Surveil 3, like I said, you can put any of those enchantments in the graveyard, or you can just dig for a Yuna, which is really nice. And then the chapter 2, if you can make a copy of Yuna, that will be really, really nice. And that card does cost the 1 blue mana, so that's why we're splashing in blue today, but I think we'll be able to make it work. And then another 4 mana saga enchantment from the Spider-Man set that I want to try out is Trail of Teacups. Again, for 4 mana, 3 and 1 green. Its chapter 1 says mill 5 cards, and when you mill cards this way, if you mill any creature cards, you get to deal damage equal to the greatest power among creature cards in our graveyard to a target creature, so it can be a little bit of removal. And that's maybe another reason why, yeah, honestly, you might maybe want to go up another copy of Summon Bahamut, because if you mill an Omniscience, it's not a creature with whereas if you were to mill a Summon Bahamut, you would get to deal 9 damage to target creatures. So this can be a little bit of a removal. Of course, all of our other enchantments, Overlord of the Floodpits, 5 power, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 6 power, and Overlord of the Mistmoors, also 6 power. So you could deal 5 to 6 damage to a target creature as well, which usually is enough to take them out as well. And again, milling cards, quite nice as well, because we do want to fill our graveyard up with some of these creatures as well. And then it's chapter 2, target creature gets +2/+2, and then its final chapter says we get to return a creature card from our graveyard to our hand. So on chapter 4, if we do happen to mill a Yuna, well, then that is on turn 4. Turn 5, a target creature we control would get +2/+2, and then turn 6, we could return a creature from our graveyard to our hand, and that, of course, pops off right on our upkeep, so we could return Yuna to our hand, and then we can just play her out on turn 6, which is a turn late, but not the worst thing in the world either. So yeah, these are 2 new enchantments from the Spider-Man set that I wanted to try out today as well. And then the rest of the deck, kind of your typical Yuna deck. We have a little bit of removal in Get Lost, a complete board wipe in Day of Judgment. We have Summon Fenrir for a little bit of ramp, which is quite nice. and then cash grab, mill some cards, because again, we do want these enchantments in our graveyard, and same with Esper Origins. When we cast this one, we get to Surveil 2 and gain 2 life as well. So yeah, that's the Yuna deck. Let's see if we can pull back and get the combo with Lost in Littjara, get a double copy of Yuna, and pull 2 enchantments back from our graveyard. Let's see if we can make that work today. I'll see you guys in the games. All right, guys, we get to go first, which is really, really nice, and I can dig our land situation, and yeah, we have Lost in Littjara, so let's hope we can find a Yuna. And of course, let's hope we can get some enchantments in the graveyard. There's the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, so that's a nice one to get down in there. Another Lost in Littjara, so... and then Overlord of the Mistmoors, so things are coming together really, really nicely. This is honestly my first game with this deck, so... opponent might be packing quite a bit of kill spells, but that's fine. We can go with an Esper Origins, get to Surveil 2. Do we need these 2 more lands? Next turn we're playing Lost in Littjara. This would be 4 mana. I think we'll keep one of them. We'll put one of them in the graveyard, so we'll draw that one next turn, and then we will get to Surveil 3. So let's hope we could find a Yuna. If not, then the next turn we could also go with another one. Create some rat tokens. That's fine. This land we can go ahead and play out. And then, yeah, let's hope we can find a Yuna, and this would be so awesome. We really need to hope that this card is Yuna right there. We are a quarter of the way through our deck, so, I mean, statistically speaking, that should be Yuna. The reality that it is probably isn't. But yeah, we shall see. Opponent punches in for 3. We can live with that. And yeah, no Yuna, unfortunately. When we next cast a creature spell, does impending this count as casting it? I'm not 100% sure. I'm willing to try it out for you guys. I think it would be fun to go with another Lost in Littjara. But let's see. Let's see how that works. Summon Fenrir. I don't think we need you right now. So let's go ahead and impend this Overlord. I will take the 1 damage. Do get to copy it. So, okay, yeah, that does count as a double cast of Overlord. And I think this other one actually... oh, he also gets impended. That's a little bit too bad, but I mean, still, this was really, really great value for us. And then both these guys start ticking down. Can easily trade with any of his creatures to protect our life total for a bit. So I think this was worth it. And I mean, yeah, he spent 3 mana just to get rid of one of our tokens. That you absolutely love to see. A little bit desperate from the opponent. He's going to sacrifice that one as well. So yeah, he really doesn't want any blockers. Search your library for a card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh. That's a nice one. We can at least hit that one with Get Lost, so that's fine. That does cost 2 mana. Yeah, I think we'll do that. 1, 2, and then, yeah, we'll have 4 mana, so... our play for next turn will be to remove Screaming Nemesis, and we can cast this other Lost in Littjara. An opponent is going to prevent us from gaining life. That is really annoying. Screaming Nemesis is such an insanely pushed card. It's kind of crazy. Still haven't found a Yuna, which is a little bit unfortunate for us. So, yeah, I'm just going to remove this one right away. And then we will cast this one. We should find a Yuna right now. And yeah, we're not going to be able to gain life. Okay, guys, this is honestly kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess since we don't have a creature, I mean, we could take Overlord on top. So when we copy him next turn... Nah, because I guess we could cast Esper Origins from our graveyard. So yeah, we're just getting rid of all 3 of those. We are over a third of the way through our deck, and we just can't find any of the pieces we need. That's a nice combo from the opponent with the song. Well, we have enough to double cast and pay for the full cost of this one. We still don't have double white, so we have to take 1 damage from starting town. But, I mean, it looks like our entire deck is just Overlord, Overlord, Overlord. So I think we'll be able to get the opponent next turn, even if he removes both of these. These Overlords come online next turn, so yeah, I don't see how the opponent comes back from this one. And yeah, a little bit of a bummer. Things started off so nicely. We got 2 very nice surveils where we got Overlord of the Hauntwoods and Mistmoors into the graveyard, and then we had Lost in Littjara. Just, yeah, not able to find our Yuna, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think we'll be able to win this one. Opponent even used one of their heroes' downfall early. Uses the end, so he will be able to remove... Do we have 3 or 4 copies of this Overlord? Oh, we don't. I think we only played 2 copies of him because I don't have any more in our deck, is what it says. So, all right. Well, Overlord of the Mistmoors. Go ahead and punch in. We'll be able to create some more tokens and draw a card. Still no Yuna. We are 35 cards deep. Kind of crazy. Let's see if cash grab there. Yuna is finally. We will pull her back. And then, yeah, we might as well get her down. Opponent, I guess, could maybe have a board wipe. What are we getting back? You know what? Let's take a Lost in Littjara. Get to Surveil 3. Definitely don't need these 3 cards. And, I mean, opponent could have a Deadly Cover-Up. He does have enough mana for that. So then, yeah, we would lose everything. That would be a big yikes. But I don't think this is the type of deck that plays that. Ooh, that deals 4 damage. Does he have another thing that can deal damage? It is just 1 card. So I think we got the opponent. Yeah, that's just a land. Even a 1-mana burn spell won't deal 4 or 7 damage to us. So, yeah, we got there in the end. All of our Overlords popping off. So, yeah, like I said, this game, it started off so hot. Just, yeah, Unit came to the party way too late. But, I mean, yeah, you guys saw that combo. Lost in Littjara, even when you just impend one of your Overlords, you still get a extra copy of it. It does come down as the impended version, which is a little tiny bit unfortunate. But, I mean, that is still just such good value that... yeah, I actually really like this card. So, yeah, game 1 in the books, and that's it. Fat GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. Cash grab into Summon Fenrir, into maybe an Overlord. I like it. I can dig it. We also have Day of Judgment. So if the opponent is a very creature-heavy deck, then we at least have some answers. Let's make sure to get our green source down. And, I mean, yeah, opponent looking to go really wide. Ooh, and we drew another Day of Judgment. So I think this is going to be another game that we win by just ripping Day of Judgment. I will take the Lost in Littjara, and then we'll go with Summon Fenrir next turn. That will give us 4 mana, which is quite nice. So then we can Surveil 3. Not that we have any good enchantments in the graveyard. I guess Trail of Teacups kind of gets it done. No Bristly Bill? Wow, I'm surprised. No Crackland either. Wow, this opponent is playing this deck on hard mode. Could have a protection spell. It felt kind of like a stick right there, so it could be a Snakeskin Veil. Destroy Artifact or Enchantment. We still get the land, and I think we take the blue source because we need double blue. We have double white for Day of Judgment. Do we need double green for anything? I guess Overlord of the Hauntwoods right there. So yeah, we take the green source for sure. Next turn we can get down this Overlord. It's another Chocobo. Yeah, there is the crack land. Crack that. Opponent smacks in for 3. So yeah, we'll definitely get down the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. And then next turn, we're probably just ripping a Day of Judgment. Does depend what the opponent plays out. Should be a Mossborn Hydra or a Tifa or a Bristly Bill or a Traveling Chocobo. Yeah, it is the Mossborn Hydra, so this will be a juicy. He's not attacking in. That I'm pretty sure about because these are only going up to 4. So we'll get the extra land from that one, and then a Day of Judgment will be really nice. So go ahead and punch in. Big Bat, big 6, and then we can go ahead and Surveil, see what's on top. Yuna, that goes so nicely with Lost in Littjara, and then, yeah, we are just ripping a fat Day of Judgment. Opponent does have 3 cards in hand. We have 8. We will have 9 mana. There is a Tifa Lockhart. No Bristly Bill. I think we can let that live for 1 turn, but then again, at the same time... You know what? Let's see. Let's go. We do have 5 mana. We will get to surveil a bunch. We'll get rid of the land for sure. Let's see what we have in the graveyard. Could bring back Trail of Teacups. Mill 5 cards. Nah, but I think we need another blocker. Target creature gets +2. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep this Overlord. Nah, well... Yeah, I think we will keep that Overlord. We'll keep that Overlord. We'll get this Yuna down. We'll get this Yuna down. And then we'll actually bring back this Overlord of the Hauntwoods. What was this one? If its mana value was 2 or less. Ah, it can destroy any enchantment. So that is pretty nice. Is it an instant? It is an instant. Alright, well, if he has that one, I doubt that he can pump Tifa all the way up to, like, 16 damage. And I know green doesn't have a counter spell, in standard at least, so... Ooh, I think he did that way too early. The opponent should have waited for us to target something, so... Part of me really wants to bring back Trail of Teacups. Just because this one can pull back a creature. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We haven't played this card yet, so mill 5 cards. There's a Yuna, so we'll be able to... Oh, we get to deal 6 damage to something. Let's absolutely go. So, yeah. Now we can save our Day of Judgment. And, yeah, opponent was way too early with this one. He should have waited for me with Yuna to target a card, because she says pull back a return target enchantment. Then he should have pulled the Heritage Reclamation. So, yeah, a little bit of a, you know, too hasty from the opponent right there. Tifa Lockhart. I still think he might have a Snakeskin Veil. That definitely doesn't save you. Ooh, when you next cast your creature spell, target creature gains +3. I think what we're going to do... I think, because on this one on Chapter 3, we'll be able to pull a creature back. So we gain 5 life right there. We're playing Yuna. Yes, I know it's legendary, so we'll have to sacrifice one, but we get to copy this one right here. So here's this Yuna. Let's keep this one. This one remains untapped, and then let's end the turn, and now we can pull 2 enchantments back. So Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and I think Lost in Littjara, just to get some more surveil action. It's kind of what our deck is fueled off of, having some really good enchantments in the graveyard. While Heritage Reclamation, whatever. We'll get those 2 in the graveyard. Yeah, let's just ship those 3 back. Create the Everywhere Land token. So we're up to 10 mana right now. So even if we draw Omniscience off the top, we could play it for its fair mana cost. How often do you guys see that happen? How often do you guys see that happen? This one's on Chapter 2. Return a creature card. Yeah, so that one on Chapter 3. I think we have a cycle going. I think with these 2 Yunas, we can always bring these 2 back. But then, of course, we need creatures to play as well. So I think the opponent... No, he is here. He's hovering over his cards. It is the Mossborn Hydra. So might have to rip the Day of Judgment next turn. But the opponent is also kind of forced to play some defense. Opponent is forced to play some defense. And yeah, that was too much for him. So... yeah, GG, even though, yeah, Mossborn's going up to 5, Tifa's staying at 2, and she goes back to 1 at the end. It's just until the end of the turn, right? Yeah, so, yeah, beat a green landfall deck, so you absolutely love to see it. GG. All right, guys, we got to go first. You know what, I'm as crazy as this hand looks, I will keep it, just because maybe we can go with Lost on turn 4, and then we can impend this Overlord, and we would get to copy it, so I'll try it, yeah. We'll definitely try it out. Well, okay, I was going to say, maybe we don't have any blue. We can get this one down. Go Plains. Sunken Citadel from the opponent with Voice. So we might need to find one of our board wipes. See what the opponent's working with. Mobilize 2. Overlord is also really nice. I guess if we find a land drop, which we do get a surveil, we could double copy this guy. I think the Overlord of the Mistmoors is just a little bit better. Opponent with some priority right now. Oh, it is a get lost, so we actually will lose out on the chapter 2. Land, 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 land. Trail of Teacups. Could impend the Overlord. I think we keep this land. I guess we start impending one of the Overlords. And then maybe go this Overlord and then Trail of Teacups. So opponent is a token deck. That is what it's looking like. So did they miss a land drop? I think they maybe did. I think they maybe missed a land drop. Get Lost is actually pretty annoying since we have so many enchantments. Esper Origins, don't need you right now. And then, yeah, we'll get this Overlord ticking down. And you know what? Maybe... Nah, we have 5 mana. We'll go with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Opponent... I mean, he could definitely have a kill spell, and then that is both of these tokens gone, but... I mean, I'm happy if he's using his Get Lost and stuff on, like, these tokens here. Elspeth's Smite is a really good answer. I was kind of afraid he had that, but we had to try it, because we are taking quite a bit of damage. Opponent might go with a Demo Field. Don't really have too many good enchantments in the graveyard. So, yeah, here comes Overlord. There is a stick from the opponent, but it could be Carrot Cake or the Demo Field. I think if he had another Get Lost, he may have tried to remove this Overlord. So, yeah, I don't think he has a... Get Lost. So we can go ahead and crack this map token. That's actually pretty nice. And it is just a land, but we can play out Overlord next turn for the full cost, which will be quite nice. And I think we'll be able to stabilize then, even though opponent does have 5 cards in hand. And this, again, could just be a board wipe. This mobilized tokens are quite annoying. But, again, we're going to have to try and remove this creature. We finally were able to do that. We are down to 7, which is a pretty low life total. Day of Judgment, I don't really care too much about. Esper Origins. You know what? We're going to go Trail of Teacups. Trail of Teacups just to try and mill a Yuna. We didn't, which is unfortunate. And I think we'll just play out this Esper Origins, get to gain some life. There's a Yuna on top, which is amazing. So next turn, we'll be able to play Yuna and I guess bring back a summoned Bahamut. That sounds pretty good to me. That sounds pretty good to me. And we also have this Overlord coming online. Beza. Opponent doesn't get to gain life. He only gets to draw a card. Ooh, found another Yuna. That's absolutely amazing. This creature gets +2. Adds a bunch of mana for us. So, yeah, let's go with Yuna. And then let's go with Esper Origins. I was going to say maybe we could get a... Maybe we could get a Omniscience in the graveyard, but that doesn't look like it's happening. Day of Judgment, I will keep that one just in case this guy does choose to go a little bit wide, and we are gaining 7 life right here. You are losing your Beza. That is pretty nice. So, yeah, we're up to 18. Opponent's only at 21, and we get to bring back... You know what? I am going to bring back Lost in Littjara. I don't think Summon Bahamut would be too impactful right now. And do we actually need a Day of Judgment then? I don't think so. Elspeth Smite, Beza. I actually will keep Day of Judgment. I'm not 100% sure what this guy's trying to do, and I guess I will keep Lost in Littjara as well. Have a bunch of creatures. Opponent's probably going to go with a, Ultima or something like that. That's fine, though. Get a double copy of this Yuna right here. Oh, and we get to return a creature to our hand. Absolutely love it. So don't even need to play out this Yuna that we had right here. Get it, copy this one. And that's all we can do. So let's bring back this Overlord just for some land drops. And we'll bring back this Overlord as well. Create some tokens. So again, opponent, you just need another board wipe. Which you probably have. I wouldn't put it past you. Yeah, opponent's reading this new card. He's like, what? How did he get 2 Yunas? That's busted. Busted. I hope I didn't just blow your eardrums out. Wow. The skill. The skill. The skill. Overlord of the Floodpits. Sure, whatever. Let's go with this Yuna right here. Or not this Yuna. Let's go with this Lost in Littjara. Okay, I definitely don't need all these cards. And we're down to 27. And it's 5 mana. I think we'll just go with a Esper Origins. Oh my goodness. I mean, we do only play one Omniscience. I guess we could take Omniscience out. Probably need to play a few more of them to get any real value from the deck. So I think another copy of Summon Bahamut would maybe be better. It's just, it is a lot of fun when we hit Omniscience. It's just, I'm kind of the whole time, I'm like, I need to hit Omniscience for you guys. Just because that is a little bit better. But yeah, this turn we have Yuna coming down. Get to make a double copy of her. So again, this guy needs another token. Oh, and we found our last one even as well. Get to add 2 mana right there, which is quite nice. So here comes this Yuna. 2, 4. It's only 6 mana. Do we impend this one? I don't think so, because this guy probably has another board wipe. So we'll just end the turn. Oh, and for sure we're pulling back Summon Bahamut, get to blow up your Caretaker's Talent, which is amazing. And honestly, I guess just to summon Fenrir. I'm going to decline this. We have 9 mana, so maybe I should have taken one, because I guarantee you guys we're going to be drawing a Omniscience off the top, and then I do wish I pulled the land. I just don't want to mill myself out. Yeah, I mean, not really much you can do when that is literally all the opponent does. But yeah, we can go with Yuna. 2, 4. I guess I will just impend this one. And we get to return. I mean, I really don't want to be milling any more cards. We'll pull back this Fenrir. Now we do have 10 lands, so now I will decline it. And that is 2 Day of Judgments. All right, I'm going to have to hit this guy with the nice deck. Because if that's literally all you do turn after turn, that is kind of lame. I'm not going to lie. I know our deck has some board wipes as well, but yeah, how is this guy trying to win? I guess with Beza and Voice of Victory. All right, Elspeth can destroy our Overlord, but we can at least pull her back with Yuna. And you lose your Elspeth. Probably have another one. I guess I will play this one. Do we get down this Esper Origins? And then could get it down as a creature? Yeah, I guess we do it. I guess we do it. We're down to 20 cards. We'll go ahead and draw this Overlord. And then you can go after Elspeth. You can go after the life total. Opponent has just 3 cards in hand. We've been through 2 Day of Judgments. We pull back this Overlord for sure. 1 Elspeth. Oh, we've been through 3 Day of Judgments and 2 Ultimas. Please do not have another board wipe. All right, it's a Beza. I think we got him. Well, he does get to create 2 tokens. Oh, but all our creatures gain trample, so for sure we got him. Get lost on Yuna, so I guess our creatures don't have trample right now. Aye. Let's just go ahead and pump up these guys. Well, I mean, it would be nice to pump them up if we draw something more than some lands. Ooh, get lost. Do we draw that? Yes, we do get to draw that because we'll play out this Overlord right here. We'll drop off a land for Xiao, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of your Beza. Opponent did gain some life because we have way more life right now, but 6. He is taking 9 damage, so he's down to 10. He has 1 card in hand, and he gets to draw for turn. So as long as it's not another board wipe... Oh, we have this guy coming online. I guarantee he drew the Ultima. Please, opponent. Okay, yes, we got him. Let's absolutely go. Super annoying deck, but, well, I mean, it is a tokens deck. It's just all these board wipes, turn after turn after turn. That, yeah, makes you want to cry. But, yeah, we got there in the end, and, yeah, I think that one turn where we got the double Yuna, well, it didn't matter because he just wiped the board in the next turn. Anyways, back and forth game, but, yeah, GG. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first. I think I will try this one. We can impend the Overlord on turn 3. playing against the Aristocrats deck. We'll get Starting Town down. Ooh, Reach and Death Touch. That is pretty annoying. But does this guy do anything? Okay, so maybe he's not the Aristocrats deck. Interesting from the opponents. Or from the single opponent. Is he an elf deck? Oh, okay. He's playing with elves, so might be looking to pull out a Craterhoof Behemoth. I think we will go ahead. Esper Origins. You know what? Let's Surveil. Yeah, Day of Judgment is really nice. We're going to pull the trigger on that one next turn. That is for Xiao. Hopefully he plays out a few more creatures. That one did cost all his mana. That one's a Hyena Rogue. All right, I'm not 100% sure what the opponent's working with, but yeah, we're just going to wipe the board. Let's just reset everything. And we have no enchantments in the graveyard, really, so could go with Trail of Teacups. Could also... No, we don't have the double blue. Tragic Banshee. Alright, we did hit 5 mana. I think we're just going to get out this Overlord. Create the Everywhere Land token. Create the Everywhere Land token. I will... no way I'm taking 5 damage. That one has Morbid. It's Morbid time. Damn. This guy's going pretty hard. Alright, well, let's get down Yuna, because we can at least pull back our Overlord. And we do have Lifelink next turn, so I think that's the best we can do right now. Esper Origins, we'll get to Surveil. Okay, yeah, no kill spell from the opponent. We'll take 7. No, he's not even attacking with that one, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, let's go with Cash Grab, Mill 4. Overlord of the Mistmoors is really nice. We can take the Maze back, and we haven't played a land for turn. Opponent had too much. That's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, there was just Yuna getting everything done for us, because yeah, we were pulling back the Overlord for sure. We would attack with this one. Opponent could double block, but yeah, he's losing one of his creatures then. We're gaining 6 life, and we still have enough mana to play, I guess maybe Trail of Teacups. Esper Origins would also gain us 2 life and be another body to block with, so maybe we'd go with Esper Origins. But yeah, another clean game, GG. Alright guys, we get to go first, and we do have Lost in Littjara and Yuna. Cash Grab, mill cards, put a permanent. I think that can help us find our land. Hedge Maze, hopefully we can hit a few enchantments, or a few. Hopefully we can find 1 enchantment and put that one in the graveyard. That would be really nice. I'll take it, yeah, because we already have an Overlord in our hand. So yeah, turn 2 for us. Oh, hit the 4th land drop. That's amazing. We're going with a Cash Grab. That's a few enchantments in the graveyard. Do we take another one of these? It's 4 mana. Nah, we're gonna make sure we hit our land drops, because we've had some games already where Lost in Littjara, we do get that one to pop off, but then we just aren't able to hit our land drops. Oh my gosh, guys, I messed up so hard. I was supposed to play this blue land for the double cost from the Overlord. Yikes, that's my bad. I mean, we still have a few enchantments that we could bring back, so I think we're still going to go for it. This one also lets us Surveil 3, so that is pretty nice. That one lets us Surveil 3. Yikes, I don't want to be drawing all of these. I guess we'll draw 1 more. That's fine if we draw 1 more. I was hoping to hit some better enchantments. I guess we could pull one of those back with Yuna, because we will get 2 copies of her next turn. So let's see, what are we pulling back? I guess for sure a Overlord of the Floodpits. Maybe a Fenrir just to ramp. We'd get a ramp a little bit, which would be quite nice. Opponent is keeping up some mana, but we will have Ward 2. I don't think there's a 1 mana deal 5 damage. I don't think that exists in Standard. Oh, and we even have Ward 4, because both of these are there. So yeah, we'll pull back Overlord of the Floodpits, and we'll pull back a Lost in Littjara. Surveil, for sure. You guys already know we're throwing an Omniscience in the graveyard, and then no need to mill anything else, because we'll be able to play everything for free. This one lets us draw 2, drop off 1 of them. We don't need any more lands, because next turn we're getting back Omniscience, unless he has a way of removing both of these Yunas, is possible. He could have a board wipe. Could have some graveyard hate as well. That would be pretty sad. But yeah, I'm actually really liking this combo of this Lost in Littjara with Yuna. Even just some of our other creatures as well. This is actually, I think, a little bit of an underrated enchantment. I haven't seen anyone play it, so yeah, I think a really nice combo we have here. Or synergy, I should say. I'm not sure it's a true combo. What is the difference between a synergy and a combo, would you guys say? Combo, do you have to finish the opponent off kind of right then and there? Or synergy is just two cards that work really well together? I'm not 100% sure. This opponent's maybe also thinking about it. He'll let us know in a few seconds. Well, it looks like he is here. He is hovering over his cards. Yeah, that one will get to deal 5 damage to one of our Yunas. And again, people keep making... This is another game where you should remove this token, because if we do find another Yuna... Please don't have another one of those Roaring Furnaces. That'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, now we have... we'll go with Overlord of the Floodpits because he has flying. And then let's see. Let's go with this Overlord of the Floodpits. I think we just want to draw some cards. Yeah, and I think we'll just play him out because we'll get an extra copy of him as well. Draw 2. Overlord of the Mistmoors is really nice. We're not going to discard him. Again, we're just dropping off lands because right now we'll drop off this land. Have we played a land for turn? We haven't, so let's go ahead and surveil. Starting town, we don't need to be drawing that one because we are just going to attack with this Overlord, punch in for 5 damage, draw 2 cards, and drop off. I think at this point we don't need Lost in Littjara, but we'll drop off an Esper Origins, I guess. We are churning through our deck. We're already halfway through our deck. This opponent's only down to 48, so we get to draw a card from that one as well. And Yuna, go ahead and pull back Omniscience for us. And yeah, we will just end the turn, discard 1 card. Don't really need any lands. Have 6 lands anyway. That's nearly enough to play everything. I think Overlord and Summon Bahamut are the only 2 creatures we would not be able to play. But yeah, next turn, all these guys get trample. Starfield. If a permanent causes a triggered ability, I think we're just going to remove that guy right away. He probably wants some crazy ETB triggers. Maybe like a Roaring Furnace. Then he would get to double it. But I like my doubling effect a little bit more than yours. 4 mana to work with. Ooh, yeah, no way we're going to let him discover twice. Oh, I don't think this one can infinitely combo you. I know it used to. Yeah, because he finds Itali's Favor, going to discover 3 another time. Probably into another. No, this guy. But you get to copy it. Yeah, so this isn't a true combo. Someone has hit me with this before. And I was like, oh no, did they just win on the spot? But no, it kind of just ends right there. Choose a card name. Overlord of the Floodpits. Would we draw 3 cards then? I think we would. But, I mean, yeah, we have an Omniscience. So, yeah, here comes Overlord. Here comes Summon Fenrir. We could find our Summon Bahamut. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, and opponents had enough. Yeah, just way too much. If he didn't have a board wipe right there, which I don't know if this deck is playing it because they do go kind of wide themselves as well. But yeah, look at our board state right here. These 3 were attacking in. He does technically have 3 flyers as well that can absorb quite a bit of damage right there. That's 10 damage they can absorb in the air. So basically, blank these 2 right there, get through for 5 damage right there, and then all these guys have Summoning Sickness. No way we're attacking with Yuna. And who could we pull back? I guess a Summon Fenrir, potentially. I mean, Lost in Littjara would let us surveil as well to dig for the Summon Bahamut. So, yeah, another good game. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. I mean, we do have Cash Grab and Esper Origins and a Day of Judgment. Do need to hit the double white source to be able to play that one, so I'll keep it. And, I mean, speaking of the second white source, there it is. Whoops, there it is. Playing against Viking. Is he a Vikings fan? Or is he an actual Viking himself? Paw Patch Recruit, so Day of Judgment going to be really nice. That one's going to go really hard. We'll rip the Cash Grab right now. Ooh, all those were really good cards that you don't really want to mill. Let's see, we do need 4 lands. Esper Origins. I'm not going to risk it. I think I will take the Floodfarm Verge. No, we take the Forest. We take the Forest just because we have quite a bit of blue and white already. Oh, opponent's Simic. All right, we could go with Esper Origins. Oh, and we drew the Lost in Littjara anyway, so that I'm happy about. Oh my goodness, deck. Come on. I think we honestly have a decent number of payoffs. 2 Overlord of the Floodpits, 3 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 3 Overlord of the Mistmoors. Summon Bahamut. We do have 10 enchantments, so I think that should be enough. Trail of Teacups can mill. Let's see, this is 5, 6 damage. I think we can afford to take 6 damage. Could also get out this Esper Origins. Target creature gets +2 until the end of the turn. Yeah, we don't have any creatures in the graveyard. So I think let's just go with Esper Origins. Oh my goodness. We are 1/3 of the way through our deck, and we have not seen any of our like really good Overlords and stuff like that. We do have a few enchantments, but well, not even really. It's just Esper Origins and the Lost in Littjara. All right, well, hopefully the opponent just deploys his whole hand. It's Ouroboros, so this is actually really, really good. I mean, we're just going to trade. No way I'm taking... Oh, I guess that one becomes a 2/2. I'll still block that 4 damage for sure. So yeah, here, Day of Judgment is going to be really, really nice. And let's just hope he doesn't have another Ouroboros that he can just deploy this turn. And I guess at this point... Innkeeper's Talent. No 4 mana to work with. Ooh, double Innkeeper's Talent. Get Lost. We're going to go with this one. Surveil 3. I was kind of hoping to find a... I guess I should have kept a land as well because we're missing land drops. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Maybe I just ripped the Trail of Teacups right now. I'm just going to put 2 counters on this one. Paw Patch Formation, that's fine. Alright, yeah, Day of Judgment. We already knew we were drawing that one. Honestly, I think we're just going cash grab. We'll take this land right here so we can play out Esper Origins, gain some life. There is Yuna, finally. And which Overlord do we have in there? Overlord of the Mistmoors probably will be the best one. Opponent is in top deck mode. Of course, he finds the Ouroboros, so we're just going to have to wipe the board again. And then I think... I mean, he is down 2 Ouroboros, so... I think we'll be able to come out on top. You know what? Since he doesn't even have Trample right now... Do we just get down? Nah, I think let's go Esper Origins. I will keep Get Lost, and I think I'll ship a land back. Yeah, we do need our Get Lost. So yeah, here comes Day of Judgment. Just wipe the board. Next turn, we'll go with Yuna. Opponent's in top deck mode. He'll eventually just hit a land. Maybe even another Innkeeper's Talent. Yeah, opponent had too much. Maybe, I think he did hit a land right there. He is down 2 Overlord, or not Overlords, Ouroboros. So, yeah, look, opponent's a quarter of the way through his deck, and he found 2 of his best cards in his deck. We are literally more than half, 29 cards remaining in our library, and we only found 1 of our best card. Shuffler's against us, and even when it's against us, we still come out on top. And that one was with a totally different game plan, was really just removing his creatures. So, but hey, we got it done in the end. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. I'll try this hand. Can get the Summon Fenrir on turn 3, or do we impend the Overlord? Let's see what we're playing against. An Izzet deck. Fanatical Firebrand. I think we'll need a blocker. I think we will need a blocker. And we do have Get Lost available, which is really nice. Cast less than 2. Or it's less than 3, right? Yeah, that's a really good card. So we'll let him go to attacks. Well, he doesn't have any mana anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. Let's go with a Get Lost. I'll take... Oh, it's just 1 damage. It's not the worst. Maybe didn't have to remove him. Cash Grab is also really nice, but yeah, Summon Fenrir is just a blocker. And it lets us ramp a little bit. We do need blue. We have blue right there. We have another blue in our hand. We have double white for a Get Lost, so I guess we take a Forest for the Overlord. Yeah, oh, I guess this one is a Forest as well, so we had it. Of course, he has another one of those. But that is fine, because we are going with Overlord for sure. Even though Cash Grab would be kind of nice, but I think Overlord it is. Comes in with an additional counter. Opponent did miss a land drop. And he actually doesn't have any blue right now, so he maybe kept a pretty risky hand. And then we will attack with Summon Fenrir, get some damage in there. Opponent is going to just block. Okay. Doesn't want to take 3 damage. Guess you can deal 1 damage to our life total, but that's fine. Now he does have the blue mana available. Screaming Nemesis. What a dumb card. Draw a card. That one is actually really nice. Don't need another land right there. Let's go. Let's go with Cash Grab first. There's a Yuna that we can return, but I mean, yeah, he just has this Screaming Nemesis. I am so tired of that creature. It's so insanely pushed. Ooh, we can get an Omniscience in the graveyard, and then we can play everything for free. So yeah, let's do it like that. Next turn, we're playing a double Yuna. No attacks from us, because yeah, Screaming Nemesis would just block, and then could launch a 7-powered Fireball to our life total. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. I kind of hope he taps out so that he can't burn this one, but I mean, he sees that we have Yuna, so this is such an annoying creature to play around. Emberheart Challenger, so he still has 1 mana left over. Oh, okay, yes, he has no mana left over. He's probably going to attack with Screaming now. He's attacking with everything. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I was going to say, why are you attacking with the Emberheart Challenger? We will just block. I will happily take 3 damage because we're just gaining 7 life next turn. No blocks from us, and here, I don't know how good of another set of enchantment. So we're getting Omniscience back, and I guess Summon Fenrir. So not the best hits in the world, but, I mean, who am I kidding? An Omniscience is pretty nasty, especially when... Overlord can let us draw 2. Does this apply to you as well? I don't think so, because he played the mouse. So, yeah, we gained 7 life, so we're up to 19. For sure, we're returning Omniscience, and then this one can pull back Summon Fenrir. Sure, take an island. Lands literally don't matter at all, because we have an Omniscience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an Omniscience on the battlefield. Bolt Wave. Deal 3 damage to us. Again, yeah, you're just dealing 3 damage with the Screaming Nemesis. He honestly, this guy needs to do some damage. He needs to deal damage to his Screaming Nemesis so he can't gain any life. But I think he's maybe just giving up. I think he's just giving up. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, see, he's keeping Screaming Nemesis back to block. We do get to gain... no blocks from us because we'll be milling a ton of cards. We do get to gain all this life. First of all, choose a creature card, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We're going to keep this land to potentially discard it. Here comes this Overlord. Hopefully we can find a summon Bahamut. Didn't. We'll drop this one off. This one is just mill. Oh, yeah, we can deal damage. Yeah, but again, this stupid Screaming Nemesis, man. Oh, there is Summon Bahamut, so deal 9 damage to this creature right here. And then we can play another land? I thought we played a land for turn. Play this one. And yeah, opponent scoops it up because we would attack with everyone. I mean, I guess he blocks this one, so he gets to deal 7 damage, but we gain 7 life, so those two kind of offset, and then we gain 6 more life. So we would go up to 15. He would lose his Screaming Nemesis. We deal 6 damage to him, so he'd be down to just 6, and we're pulling back Summon Bahamut so we could blow up this Emberheart Challenger. And, I mean, yeah, with Omniscience, can just play stuff for free. Had a super wide board state. This Yuna is pulling back this Summon Bahamut, but this Yuna is pulling back this Overlord as well. So, yeah, we just have a ton of blockers. And yeah, opponent has no creatures. So, I'm going to do it to him, guys. Screaming Nemesis. Keep your backhand strong. Bap. Get him out of here. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. A little bit risky. Quite a bit risky, actually. The Summon Fenrir will have to find some lands for us. We do need to hit the 3rd land drop to play Summon Fenrir, but we have 2 draws to get it. And we will at least have Get Lost available. Playing against Mono White Life Gain. I'm going to throw up a little bit in my mouth. I think what we'll do hit the land drop, which is really nice. We'll just get rid of that Leyline of Hope. Kind of crazy, the Leyline cards, that you can just play them for free. I like the idea, but I think they're a little bit too powerful. And I mean, I knew he had a Summon Fenrir, but... Or not a Summon Fenrir. I knew he had an Ajani or something like that. I guess we get the Plains. But even if he gains life this turn... Alright, we're going to go with Lost in Littjara, and the next turn we can at least impend the Overlord. Oh, I will happily take the trade, my friend. I will happily take that trade. And then... I mean... Yeah, we are missing a land drop, so no 5th land drop. So if we do hit Yuna, we're not even... Oh, we have 5 lands anyway, though. But we don't even really have any good enchantments in the graveyard, so... Yeah, I think we're just impending this one. And then we do get 2 of them, which is quite nice. Could also maybe risk it for 1 turn and just go with another Lost in Littjara, but then we miss the trigger on that one, so... Overlord is actually also really nice, but we don't have double green to play him, so we could play this Summon Fenrir, get 2 lands. They do enter the battlefield tapped, though. I still think we'll do it. So 2 copies of Summon Fenrir, so I guess I need to take the green source. Take the green source, take the green source. Alright, then I guess we could go with this Lost in Littjara, and then we will have 7 mana. I mean, the Essence Channeler is also really good. We really, really, really need to find our board wipe. Please tell me this one only goes up to 6. I will definitely take the double block. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we still have enough for Lost in Littjara, and then the turn after that we can get a double Overlord. This Overlord will go in the graveyard, and we don't need another land. If we could draw a Yuna with this one. Oh my gosh, guys, we're actually going to do it. I was going to play... We were going to play this one anyway. Oh, Day of Judgment, absolutely amazing. I don't think he can deal 16 damage to us. We're going to get down Yuna next turn, as nice as it would be to pull a Day of Judgment just to clear the board. But with Yuna, we'll be able to get back Overlord, and... Well, honestly, that's kind of it. Oh my goodness, guys. This mono white life gain deck. I think we have to wipe the board, as sad as that makes me. 9. Yeah, no way we can afford... Well, we got to keep this creature alive. Oh, wait, we can do it like this, though. We're going to wipe the board, and then we still have 5 mana left over, thanks to that one adding the double green. Let's absolutely go. Hell yeah, baby. All right, so this guy absolutely got cooked. And you know what I'm going to do? I think we're just going to pull back this Lost in Littjara just to hopefully get some power in the graveyard. Again, we missed out. I will take another Day of Judgment, because you never know with this mono white life gain deck. But yeah, I think we got there. And then next turn, this one's going to pop off, so we'll get 2 copies of this one. So unless the opponent has his own Day of Judgment, which these decks do play that every once in a while. That would be an interesting choice. Double Sheltered by Ghosts. I cannot believe it. That's fine. we'll just run over you this way. Overlord of the Mistmoors, so we'll get to draw a card. So, kind of unfortunate the opponent took our Yuna, but we don't really have any good enchantments in the graveyard. So, yeah, a little bit strange that he chose to take that one. And, keep your backhand strong. Bop, get your trashy mono-white life gain out of here, boy. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to the post-game wrap. Today we looked at a really fun Yuna Hope of Spira deck with these two new enchantments from the Spider-Man set, and the one that I absolutely love is Lost in Littjara for 4 mana. It's a 3 and 1 blue. On turn 4 you play this, and on chapter 1 you get to surveil 3, so hopefully you can throw some really good enchantments into the graveyard. And then you guys saw in a lot of the games on turn 5 for us, and hopefully we have a land so that we have 5 mana. This one goes into chapter 2, where the next creature we cast gets doubled, and it creates a token that is non-legendary. So of course you hope to copy Yuna. You get a non-legendary token, so both these Yunas are on the battlefield, and then hopefully with either Cash Grab or Overlord of the Floodpits, if you can get those Esper Origins before turn 4 to get some enchantments in the graveyard. On turn 4 when you play this one, maybe you can put another really good enchantment in the graveyard so that turn 5 when you play 2 copies of Yuna, you get to pull back 2 really good enchantments from the graveyard, and that just feels really, really nice. I mean, you guys have probably played against a Yuna deck, and usually when they play on turn 5 and they get back Overlord of the Mistmoors or a Summon Bahamut, that usually feels pretty bad, but imagine if you have 2 of them. Double the action, double the power. Let's absolutely go. So yeah, Lost in Littjara. Absolutely love this card. The other card that we tried today as well is Trail of Teacups, and unfortunately, I just don't think this one was the best. I think we only played it a few times, because oftentimes on turn 4, when we were playing this one, I was like, well, I'd rather play this one just to double up on the next creature we cast. And if I can speak about this chapter 2 again for just another second, I know I was just glazing it pretty hard a second ago, but even if you don't play Yuna, even if you just impend one of your Overlords, like Overlord of the Mistmoors, maybe you don't have 5 mana, so you can't play out Overlord of the Hauntwoods, so you just impend him, you do, with the chapter 2 of this saga enchantment, create a impending copy of the Overlord that you chose to impend as well. So you do get double these creatures as well. Same for this one as well. So yeah, this card absolutely amazing. So that's why when we had Trail of Teacups and Lost in Littjara, more often than not, I was like, well, I'd rather play Lost in Littjara. It's a tongue twister. Lost in Littjara. But yeah, you'd rather play this one instead, and maybe when you had 5 or 6 mana, again, I think we were more looking to play Yuna, or maybe one of our Overlords then as well. So I think if you want to make this deck a little bit better, because I do feel like in some of the games, I feel like I couldn't bring the best enchantments back from Yuna, especially when we got a double copy of her. I was like, we're pulling back like a Summon Fenrir, which is nice, but it's kind of whatever, and maybe an Overlord of the Mistmoors. So I think if you want to make this deck better, just cut Trail of Teacups. You guys would never play that card anyway. Honestly, cut Omniscience. I think you could afford to get rid of that one, and you could maybe go down 1 or 2 copies. 2 copies is quite a bit. You could maybe go down 1 copy of Cash Grab, just so you have 4 extra cards to play with, and then you could probably go up another copy of Overlord, and maybe 2 more copies of Summon Bahamut, and maybe another copy of Overlord of the Hauntwoods or Overlord of the Floodpits. You could maybe choose to do that instead, and then I know you're literally only playing blue just to play Lost in Littjara, and I guess this Overlord, so I guess you could still keep the blue. But yeah, I would definitely remove at least these 3 cards for sure, because I think in one game we did get Omniscience down, but I mean at that point, yeah, we had I think 2 Yunas potentially and a few of these Overlords as well, so then this really is just a win more type of card. So I think you want some more powerful enchantments, so definitely go with a few more copies of Summon Bahamut. And yeah, maybe another copy of Overlord of the Mistmoors, and I think the deck will be even better for you, even though I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to play it. Also, it was fun to play with a new card as well. I haven't seen anyone play this card yet. I would be surprised if you guys saw someone play with this card as well, but I was really, really impressed with it. So if you guys do have the wild cards, I know it is a really expensive deck. But yeah, definitely worth giving it a crack. I know Yuna is a really popular card as well. And like I said in the deck intro, oftentimes people splash black so that they can play Overlord of the Hauntwoods instead of Overlord of the Floodpits, because that one helps you mill cards as well. And there's the Summon Primal Odin. He's a pretty decent enchantment that you can bring back as well. Other people play it with splashing red as well. There were a few really good Final Fantasy cards. I forgot exactly their names, but they splashed red as well. And of course, the red Overlord, Overlord of the Verges or something he's called, where he deals 4 damage when he enters and when he attacks, is also a really popular archetype as well. But yeah, you guys have seen those decks. I've played one myself in the past as well. But yeah, like I said, I really wanted to splash blue to try out this Lost in Littjara, and I was really impressed with it. So like I said, if you do have the wild cards, do definitely give it a craft. Maybe if you had a bit of the Yuna deck already, and maybe you pulled a few of these this enchantment when you were opening some Spider-Man packs, you maybe felt really bad because you're like, oh my god, this card is just not that good. I'm never going to play it. But yeah, I was actually really surprised with it, and kind of a sleeper pick for me for maybe being MVP of the deck, because it definitely pulled its weight when you were able to double some of our Overlords or double Yuna as well. So yeah, overall, really fun deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. It does help me out tremendously. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers, guys. It'll happen, trust. But yeah, all jokes aside, you guys already know how I'm going to end it. I love you guys. Peace out.